Auto-webinars are webinars which are recorded but presented as if they are live. They're good for boosting audience engagement and generating interest in your service or product. In this walkthrough, we'll set up a full and complete auto-webinar from scratch. In the dashboard, click on Auto-webinars in the left-hand menu. Then click Create New. Enter a name for your auto-webinar and choose the domain you want it to be on. Then click Create. This is the Webinars screen. This is where you will control your webinar settings and content. These webinar pages are automatically set up for you when you create a new webinar. These pages are registration, where your prospects sign up, confirmation, which is a confirmation message to say their details have been received, the webinar page, which is where they'll watch the webinar, the checkout, where they'll buy your product, thank you is the page they'll see after they check out, replay is the page which will display your webinar's replay, and expired is the page they'll see if they're too late to watch the showing. These pages work exactly the same as any other Convertri page, except they're automatically wired up to work together. All you need to do is click to edit each one and make it look the way you want. Click Edit over the page you want to edit, then make any changes you want in the page builder as usual, then click Save and Publish. Back in the Webinars screen, you can change each page's path and see its published status at a glance. There's only two working parts you'll need to add to get it all up and running, and that's a product and the video that sells it. So first, let's add the video of the webinar you want your prospects to watch. You can enter a self-hosted video from elsewhere or upload one to Convertri in the dashboard. So in the webinar screen, scroll to the webinar page. Then click to edit it in the page builder. Click to select the video element. And in the Properties panel, enter the URL of the webinar video or click to select it from your uploaded videos. Then save and publish your page. Now, before you add a product, you'll need to have a product set up in Convertri. You can do this by clicking Cart in the top right-hand corner of the dashboard. When you're done, in the webinar screen, scroll to the Checkout page. Click to edit it in the page builder. Next, click on Products in the top toolbar. Select the product you want to sell from the drop-down menu. Click Next, and if you like, you can customize the title of the checkout, the call to action, detail section, and cart abandonment options. When you're done, click Save and Close. Next, click to edit the product name and price on the checkout page. Please note, this is for display only. Changing these will not affect the product's total price. When you're finished, just save and publish your page. Now we'll choose when your webinar will play and how long the replay will be available. So, in the webinar screen, click on Settings in the left-hand menu. Then choose your options from the drop-down. In webinar scheduling, choose Just in Time to make your prospects think they visited the page with a set duration of time to go. Use this drop-down to set if the webinar will start every 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour or 4 hours. Or choose at set times. Choose this to make your webinar start at set times. You can choose up to 3 slots per day of the week. Under replay options, choose from the drop-down how long the replay will be available for on the replay page after each screening has finished. Finally, setting up emails. You can use Convertri's internal email system to create an autoresponder email sequence to let your prospects know when they can watch, what they've missed, or how to take advantage of special offers. Before you start, you'll need to integrate SendGrid, and you can find out how to do this in the knowledge base. Before you can send emails, you'll need to configure the email settings. So, in the webinar screen, click on Settings in the left-hand menu, and scroll to Email Settings. Enter a From email address and name. Then enter the URL of a published page you want to show visitors when they unsubscribe from your webinar emails. Or you can keep the Convertri default. When you're done, just click Save. Now it's time to create your first email message. You can create emails that send to all sign-ups after the webinar has ended, or which send to only those who watched the webinar. So in the webinar screen, click on the Emails option in the left-hand menu, which will now be available. Then click Create Email under the category of email you want to send. Choose the email scheduling options you want from the drop-down. Then enter your email subject line and body. You can also style your email using the formatting tools. When you're done, just click Save. Your email will be sent to Autowebinar sign-ups or just the attendees at the scheduled time you specified. Congratulations, you've just created an Autowebinar. When someone signs up on your confirmation page, they'll receive any emails you configure to send before the webinar begins. Either they'll watch the webinar or be directed to its expired page, depending on the scheduling options you've set up when they visit your link. When they click the button under your webinar video, they'll be taken to the checkout page where they can buy your product and then get redirected to the thank you page. Lastly, attendees will receive any emails you've configured to send after the webinar has ended.